Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
I speak for the trees.
Radiant team pick.
Enchantress.
Radiant team pick.
Witch
Hello
Doctor!
guys, after a little break we're back again, our second best of 3 here for ESL One Frankfurt 2016 European Qualifiers. I'm Gareth in the JD Studios. No lols allowed in the chat. Let's get ourselves into the draft. Add Finem against Polarity. Things off with the draft and welcoming my co-caster, Heen. They've been speeding through this draft. Look at it. 4 heroes picked already, 4 heroes banned, and we're already into the second phase. Openers from both of these teams looks aggressive so far.
Hey Gareth. Getting a bit of robot from you.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up.
I'm gonna restart the call very quickly. Hopefully. Uncle knocked his guys meme in chat. Very naughty, as well as Skype being a little bit on the nod there.
I think it got a bit better.
What on earth is going on? It says it's connecting. It doesn't say that we're. What?
Really?
What is happening? Right, I'm actually gonna restart this. Now, I've just quit Skype. Now,
Really? I mean,
what's going on?
Right.
I have legitimately just quit Skype, Heen, and I'm still talking to you. I am really confused right now.
Team ban.
Everything was fine for the first series, and now it's all gone.
so you're out of Skype right now. Talking.
Yes.
Dire team ban.
Well then.
What the hell?
10 seconds remaining.
Do you by any chance have like 2 Skypes open?
No.
5 seconds remaining.
No. Ah, there we go. Right, I've literally just killed
Reserve
Skype.
time.
I have just decapitated Skype. Chopped its bloody head off. Right, the draft is going on. Nature's Prophet, Bounty Hunter, and Chance Bush Dogs are already banned out with a Spirit Breaker and Lone Druid, while Chen, Wisp, and Ursa are all the bans there from Polarity. As I've restarted the atrocity by Microsoft is Skype. And now Heen, welcome back. I fixed it.
Remaining.
Oh. Okay. Alright, Skype finally decided to disconnect us. And you say a few words?
Few words are being said right now. The 4th ban for Polarity is coming up. Invoker's still in the pool, actually. Be looking to ban out for themselves. Advenum could be looking for that one, but Queen of Pain recently has been incredibly strong. Heen, how are things? Not good.
Not good.
Okay, well.
I mean, I don't think there's anything we can do. I can sort of understand what you're saying.
I will try and speak very clearly. Sure that.
How about from your end?
Everything's fine, my end.
Understand me just fine?
Yeah, everything is perfect. This side of things.
Okay, I mean, let's get straight to the draft then, I suppose. Polarity. I mean, I mentioned this in the series, but I really think Enchantress openings are really flexible. Just have to watch out for when Beats took the Enchantress. I think they kind of made their lineup way too squishy, and early game wasn't strong enough to guarantee that they'll survive through the mid game. I mean, Polarity is one of those teams that they run a lot of OD and CK in the past, so I'm sure they'll, you know, make an effort to make sure they don't just crumble because they have like a squishy lineup. And as for Ad Finem, they go with the Nature's Prophet Bounty Hunter, which it signals to me that they want to play a lot of guerrilla tactics, like the Bounty Hunter finds someone and you can have a Nature's Prophet poured in. And from like Polarity's perspective, it
10
could be like
seconds
there was no
remaining.
one there a second ago, and now there's like all of a sudden 3
5
people.
seconds remaining.
The numbers very quickly themselves, and Polarity. Juggernaut's going to be pretty good at
Reserve
just like
time.
spinning and TPing away, playing defensively, but they've also got the chance towers if that's the way they want to go. Juggernaut Healing Ward, Buddha Restoration from the Witch Doctor. Enchantress with the last little sprites and the creeps to go through. Polarity, it seems that they're kind of ramping this up and looking for early pressure, maybe to try and balance things out from Ad Finem with their early aggression in terms of hero killing power and Evoker. Kind of adds into that, you know, you've got the Sunstrike to combo up with the track, give the vision across, just a couple of stuns to combo up and lock people down for long enough. Invoker adds in the Forge Spirits as well, which is going to be incredibly important here for them.
Dire
Oh, wow.
To push in, but the PL 1v1 mid against Invoker, and he's pretty good against healing with the Bounty Hunter, right?
Yeah, I mean he's pretty good against Invoker, and like he happens to be also good against Bounty Hunter because he has a escape mechanism, and like later into the game he can dispel track. And so far, Ad Finem don't really have too much
10
AoE control.
seconds
Like you can think of Invoker as AoE damage, but definitely not too much AoE control
5
against the
seconds
PL so
remaining.
far. And we're good now, by the way.
Excellent.
Reserve time.
They're excellent, yeah. So, I don't know if you caught the games yesterday, but Polarity in their lower bracket games of Epicenter, I think they went for some mass greed picks. No, wait, was it Polarity?
Polarity against
Radiant
Danish
team
Bears?
ban.
Yeah, it was Polarity. They went for like Lone Druid, Doom, like all these kind of stuff, and they just got destroyed in the early game and throughout the mid game as well to Danish Bears more well-rounded lineup. And I just hope
10
they don't do
seconds
something
remaining.
similar here where you have both
Dire
Juggernaut and
team
PL, and that is acceptable, but they have to like know their limits. You know, you can't just like pick a like let's say a Lone Druid, even though it's banned, like
Uh-huh.
on top of all these guys, and then you kind of throw away. You have potential to
10
do
seconds
so much damage
remaining.
with so many cores, but you have no way of controlling
Radiant
that
team pick.
fight so that you can actually showcase your damage.
With the Enchantress more likely going to be in that 4 role, maybe looking to help out the off lane. The Beastmaster is a really good ban there from Ad Finem. Don't want to be giving away that raw and the ability to kind of safeguard your off lane and get experience up there. But what could pair well with the Enchantress up towards the top lane, because Tidehunter is
10
still there,
seconds
but having like
remaining.
3 melee cores and not really having too much AoE might be a little bit
5
lacking.
seconds remaining.
And pushing to these towers, but I don't know. Do you want a mech carrier on top of all of the heal you already have?
Reserve time.
Like more heal is always better. If you could manage to, like, let's say Polarity pick a Tide here, and he managed to get an Arcane mech, that could strengthen the mid-game teamfight potential where they need the control, but the mech is going to allow them to have more freedom in
Dire
teamfights.
team
But they go for the Night Stalker. I was also going to suggest possibly a Bat Rider because he's such a good catch tool, and he's happens to be really good as Nature's Prophet. Bounty Hunter, once like Bat Rider gets a gem, no trouble for Ad Finem because these heroes want to move around the map, like Nature's Prophet, Bounty Hunter, Invoker. It's all about efficiency, not having to stick, having these global presence.
10
Bulls.
seconds remaining.
Now,
But, yeah, go ahead.
5
for a safe
seconds
lane hero for
remaining.
Ad Finem, they've got a lot of vision tactics here with, you know, Treants and Backs and all that.
Reserve
Blind
time.
gives you that double disable for the safe lane. I'm just wondering whether they want like fighting power to deal with the early tower push from Polarity, or if they go a little bit greedy themselves. You know, we've seen Clinks work out reasonably well against like Trus and things like that. Definitely an option here. But you mentioned that they don't have anything to clear through PL and actually disable him and destroy illusions well.
10 seconds
What are you looking
remaining.
for, Ad Finem, to do that?
5 seconds
Assuming Ad
remaining.
Finem, like their missing role is a carry, Ember Spirit's banned out. Gyrocopter is like surprisingly not that good against PL because like so PL can actually man fight Gyro later on. Gyro can't just BKB every time PL gets on top of them. Then PL is just gonna doppel walk away. But the point is that PL doesn't have too much trouble man fighting a Gyro in a vacuum. You need the lockdown in combination with the damage. It can't be separate. You can't have lockdown here and then like 3 seconds later, PL is free of being chain stunned, and then you try to do the damage. It doesn't quite work out that way.
Has to be synchronized.
I mean, of course, Gyro is one of the better heroes to deal with PL. And they needed some kind of massive teamfight hero anyway for
10
Finem because
seconds
their
remaining.
heroes are very good in skirmishes, but not the most,
5 seconds
what do
remaining.
you call it? Well-rounded if it comes to like mid-game, like 5-on-5 rogue contests and such.
Could have got a little bit messy. Well, Phobos is taking up the Enchantress, and it's going to be Lil on the Night Stalker, so it's an off-lane Ench, not the 4 roll. The 4 Night Stalker roaming around. No Iron Talon and no boots, though. Kind of interesting. Lil also doesn't have a stout shield. This is one of the first times I've seen Night Stalker go without any of those items. I'm going to see exactly what Lil has planned here for little Nightman. Alpha going to be playing over on the Phantom Lancer, Genya on the Witch Doctor, playing the Juggernaut down the bottom lane as well as the Pasha. Oh, over toward the dire side. I don't know, they're drawing on the map here looking for this top rune spot, but Spartan Lion. Bug. Maybe next time. On the Bounty Hunter. Either of us playing the Gyrocopter. It's their final hero, Skylark. Over on the Nature's Prophet. He's got his brown boots, so he should be okay there. And they don't have any like direct disable here for the Furion. So the Witch Doctor and the Juggernaut, you know, even though they've got like Cask plus Spin, Prophet should have an okay time as long as Lil's Night Stalker isn't sitting around and securing the safe lane. Experience should Skylark relatively easily, and also we're not looking at the camp being blocked up. Oh, over on the other side, Spartan has a sentry ward, and I think he's definitely aiming towards blocking this camp. Enchantress utilize it quite heavily from the off-lane roll and get these creeps to bully out support, so going for it. Interesting that Spartan holds onto the sentry, and is this just wanting to secure your own pull spot, making sure that it's not blocked up by an observer ward?
For
The Lion,
at Finem.
yeah, he held the sentry, they moved towards the camp, towards Radiant Ancients. He's still holding onto the sentry right now.
I think he's gonna body block the camp if he wants, or yeah, he wants to get the maximum value out of Sentry possibly. And you mentioned Lil earlier that he didn't have any of those greedier items like the boots or the stout shield, but they bought 4 sentries at the start, and I think Lil just wants to secure Phobos some laning presence in the early game, then possibly look towards canceling out the bounty hunters. Like ideally after the 4-minute mark, when I mean even during daytime, Nightstalker doesn't have too much trouble man fighting a bounty hunter. That's really good that Lil can run around wherever he wants without some heroes like Lion, let's say, gets hit by a bounty hunter, he has to impale, take so much damage, run away, but Nightstalker he just turns around and starts whacking the bounty hunter.
Maybe next time. He was looking for a courier snipe or something, I think, but Courier got held at the tier 3 for a long old time. Appa realized what kind of danger it was in. Trial lane right now. What is down there from the Radiant looking for, you know, Obs Wards and Sentry and all that placed out, but there's nothing doing. Now a dual lane between DK Phobos as well as Lil. Chip damage back. Enchantress, of course, one of the better ones with a decently long range. Now untouchable, dealing out damage without taking any in return. This is all leaving Skylark on bottom lane, you know, free and alone pretty much just to gain up his levels and pull across. Skylark will be able to hold his creep wave out and maybe even deny it away from your pasture. Juggernaut, he's going to have to realize that this is happening and move himself to the camp, but it's also nasty for him.
Yeah, that's triple camp.
We get some last hits in here anyway. Stomp. After Blast not going to come out because there's no heroes nearby, but Blast is doing a really good job there. Did he miss a single one?
I think he got every one, every single one.
Good. Oh, Quelling Blade helping out, of course. Boker against the Phantom Lancer, as expected really. The PL is kind of just, you know, free farming away. He'll apply pressure with the Lancers and the Phantom Rush just running towards the Invoker. Bounty Hunter is waiting around looking for an opening for himself, but it's up at top with DK Phobos. Sunstrike and stun with the Hex Dose. Well, Lil helps tank through it, and the Fairy Fire back as DK Phobos turns the final Spartan. This Lion in a spot of bother, but with the Void out and another Rocket Barrage, he's not dead just yet, and Lil will be the first one to drop, while DK Phobos is back to full health. Another stun, and in comes more damage with Rocket Barrage and the body blocks here from the Treants. DK Phobos, he's trapped in, but the creep wave arrives. They don't get the full body block, and he'll actually escape himself back towards the tier 1. But well played there by AF. That Finem bring in the Nature's Prophet, and they turn that situation around perfectly.
Poor Will, he sort of got abandoned by DK Phobos, who started running away to the right as he saw the Nature's Prophet TP in, and then Lil had to take so much damage from the Rocket Barrage, and not to mention he didn't go for the tanky or like greedy build on the Night Stalker, so this is almost like, you know, when you think of a Night Stalker, he has insane regen and really good armor, but it's almost like he was a normal hero.
Normal squishy little bat. Of course, he's not nighttime, so he doesn't have the movement speed either. Skylark. Waiting and hunting here with maybe next time. Bounty. Got 5 names in his hat. Don't know who he's going to pull out of it just yet. Afro taking a bit of chip damage there, but see the bounty hunter with the sent down, and Jenny just going to sit himself on top of that, keep the vision going, try and pull across. Does leave Madara up the top lane. Gyrocopter. A 1v2 situation, and as his first knight hits, the Gyro kind of has to back himself up to the tier 1, else he is dead.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have any mana, which is a big problem when you think of a gyrocopter without mana at this point in the game. You kind of, his only presence in the lane is the threat of Rocket Barrage and later on a call down. But without that, Lil and DK Phobos are going to feel so comfortable against him. In fact,
the
like,
career
they're gonna
snipe,
pressure-
Skylark. 2-3 hits, he's got it, the bot's gone.
Has been killed.
Bottle.
What a plot twist. I mean, I expected Bounty Hunter to get it,
But then
it
Thug?
turns out it's a Nature's
Fairy Fire? He's killing himself through, but one more hit. Alpha Ninja loses his bottle, but still gets a kill there. 1v2 scenario with maybe next time still sticking around. But Phantom Lancer. What a hero.
Yeah, I don't understand how that happened. Maybe Thug is too
Dire's
familiar
top
with this
tower
matchup.
is under attack.
Neil can do pretty well against Invoker, but I don't think Neil getting a kill on Invoker should happen unless Invoker makes a mistake.
He just felt like a boss, you know? He's got his bounty hunter with him, the courier was sniped. That rush of blood to the head is like, oh, okay, that's my lane 1. Get turned around on like that in an instant. So we'll just continue farming down on the bottom lane. Base boots up. What kind of build do you think he'll go for? Because it feels like they're going for early aggression. And with the Phantom Lancer, you kind of secure yourself, you know, mid to late game as well. with that
Skylark.
build. Oh, dearie me. There's the spin. Tries to TP, and he will succeed. What's left? But we've seen, like, Phase Drums Anti-Afsha. We've seen Phase Drums Manta Style. Battle Fury has kind of always been that mainstay for Juggernaut, but I don't know what your feelings are this game.
I think he'll go for Aquila drums, possibly because right now they have a PL and in the mid lane. It's kind of like not the easiest, straightforward hero to fight with to some of the other mids, and having movement from the drums helps out greatly, especially for like a hero like PL who benefits a lot from movement speed to get in range to chuck lances. And he needs HP anyway on Pasha. He's playing against a Lion Invoker, Nature's Prophet. He needs a healthy amount of total HP to survive some burst.
They're diving in on mid, maybe next time. Route is there, the kill goes where the Phantom Lancer first as Bounty Hunter is picked up. Killed off the PL.
Atho is actually, this is the second time he's been fighting 1-on-3 basically. He was surrounded by 3 heroes before. I mean, he wasn't really surrounded, but when he got the kill on Invoker, there were 3 dire heroes in the vicinity, and time again he gets the return kill.
Having a decent laning stage, currently sitting at what, 29 last hits. It's okay, judging how many heroes have been forced towards mid to try and deal with him, and net worth wise it's sitting at 3k. Actually not that far behind Voka with the solo killing. Oh, he's actually got 2 kills. So that bounty hunter did drop, so the couple of kills he's got made up. Lack of CS, Thug, chasing down, with the void there as well. Cold Snap and Ice Wall, maybe turn this one back around, but he's not going to go for it. He's just dropping here. The Cold Snap will proc back onto Lil, but Minjay finds himself another kill. 3, 1, and 0. And look at that. He was 3rd or 4th in the net worth board, but now he jumps himself up to top spot. Even with the death he's had.
It's really unfortunate that he didn't decide to go for the value point and 2x. Of course, with a change to how Invoker works now, you don't need to skill to invoke, so he got greedy and wanted the double force spirits at level 8, and this is not... I don't think you can say it's too greedy, because level 8 to 9 takes forever. So it's a trade-off. Do you want to delay your force spirits, double force spirits until level 9, or your Wex until level 9? And he chose the latter, or did I say? I forgot, but he chose not to get the Wex.
Yeah.
And kind of hurting him. He could have easily gotten away both times if he had Ghost Walk.
They're just delaying his Midas over and over again. He keeps getting closer to this 1500 marker, but now Bog does have a little bit of farming to do. Alton's waiting back in the trees and looking for DK Phobos, but Enchantress already getting up into level 5 with the phase boots and probably going to head into that drums build while we look at Pasha. Going away at this tier 1 at bottom lane, they want the Sprout to stun just about, gonna land onto Genya, but the Sunstrike through and the Hex as well. They'll try and take him out, and they've got the damage output to do so. With that Fairy Fire back, Polarity, the Witch Doctor, and Pasha got a Mango, so he's got enough for a spin. Well, as maybe that Omni Slash. Maybe next time just swipe through with a Janata hit there.
That was, I'm not sure if that was worth it for Finem to rotate that many heroes in, because the Gyro ended up not doing anything. He isn't really all that strong. He's level 7, which is,
draining Pasha's mana. Spin forward, Pasha. Got enough mana here to actually get himself an Omnislash. They're going to kill off Spartan, and now with the Sprout back onto the Sunstrike, he's going to land on Pasha and take him out. They've killed him off. Juggernaut's gone, and Genya. There's the shot from DK Phobos, but Lil chasing down the Gyrocopter. Meanwhile, on the back end, Skylark tried the sneaky TP, but will not complete. Amara fortunate to get out of here with his life, but I'm not sure with that lance forward. DK Phobos can get another couple of Ember shots out onto him. Actually clear him up. Power push there. The tier 1 looked like it might fall, but good defense from Polarity in the end. Where's the Sunstrike going?
Sunstrike? It went for Lil, but Lil ran to the left. But, I mean, that Sunstrike failed, but the previous one on Pasha was, like, so good. That changed, like, quite considerably. I think Pasha was thinking, I got this, you know, I'm gonna use Omnislash just in time, when they think they got me. But, you know, the Sunstrike, the joke was on Pasha.
Definitely was. Still farming himself away like a boss though, 4,300 net worth or so onto camp. Going for the phase Aquila drums, like you said, just tanking up as much as he can against Invoker and Lion, all that burst damage. Gonna be a nuisance, but Skylark doing decently for himself, but what's surprising for me is that Phobos, yes he does have a kill and an assist, but Skylark is 2-1 and 2, they're very similar in net worth. I kind of thought Nature's Prophet would get a little bit more out of this laning stage.
And not to mention, almost no point in enchant. I don't think I've seen an enchantress not get an enchant until level 8. It's, I mean, wouldn't you say it's such a value point?
Maybe he just doesn't want the micro, you know? Slash spent, Pasha will secure the kill onto Spartan. To save him off. Top lane, Madara. Ooh, the 2 support power-ups. Genya and Lil. Slow him down and pop that forward, and that's 6 there, so both ultimates used by Polarity. For themselves kills, well maybe next time this poor little bounty hunter still sitting at level 5 Heen find himself level 6 and start getting these track kills going.
Really, for now the Polarity are sitting pretty comfortably, but once Bounty Hunter gets that track, who knows like what could happen. One concern I do have for Finem is that this probably isn't the easiest Gyrocopter game. Just the wars on Polarity, but I think Night Stalker is pretty annoying for Gyrocopter because he's probably not going to go straight BKB. He's going to go for some of the intermediary items, and that means like the miss chance is going to be big. The nukes are really annoying for Lion.
He walked up onto high ground, and you really have to be expecting Lil to be walking around in these dark, dingy corners. Tankstalker is hunting you, and he's hunting Gyrocopter as well now, and I think you're right, Finem definitely have to be very wary about where they step during this night time. Not only the Gyrocopter to deal with impetus as well, but even if you do go for a rush BKB, and he's got the belt of strength, so it looks like he is going to go for S and Y or and at the very least. But impetus shots go straight through it, and this DK Phobos Enchantress is closing on a level 9.
Yeah, Enchantress is gonna so wreck Gyrocopter unless he gets a butterfly, but at this rate, this is not a dream Gyrocopter game. He is basically running around He's running away. That's the thing. He's not running to create space and kill people. He's running towards his team because he knows if he's alone, he might run into a lot of trouble. And if you remember, it's back to like the TI5, one of those prime gyro meta days. That the one reason for gyrocopter was like you can't pressure the gyrocopter. He's not afraid of anyone. Of course, back then rocket barrage was stronger, but like you needed 3 heroes to actually kill a gyrocopter. Now, at like the state of the game, Polarity can pressure the gyrocopter with so many combinations of heroes and have one ninja.
Oh, the dust is there, the sun is back, and cast the bounce between them both. No, it won't, but they'll kill off the bounty hunter regardless. Spartan, maybe next time they wanted to pair up there. Try and get a kill over on someone. Thought that would be a risky move going into the Roche pit. Add Finem, they make it work out for themselves, but the fight is actually going to start breaking out with Spartan hiding in the trees. They're going to turn this around with a force bridge, chasing down Pasha. Good earth strike down to the middle. Sunstrike lands with the finger of death to kill him off. Pasha, he's actually trapped here. Omnislash back over the cliffs and far away, but he's back into the mix of things again. And with this, rocket barrage down. The 6 trying to keep Mother alive for the final lap, happening to clear him up. Polarity. Tracks are going to start flowing, but maybe next time rejoining the battle. Gyrocopter, the Sprout, cut through, DK forward, sprinting away, sprinting along with this Enchantress. The 10-stick shot is up, you can actually maybe survive through this. A final hit is needed, but the creeps are in the way. Madara has no face, the Sunstrike will land and perfectly on her head. And Finem. Maybe 1 or 2 track kills there, but that was just perfectly played.
Yeah, there's what Finem like desperately needed. They need to somewhat even out the game with those track kills. They were, their play was really good. The way Lion went into the trees and bought time and Impale into Sunstrike finger combo. So much gold. This Invoker I thought was having a sort of a rough game. I mean, his team did all the dirty work. Like most of his kills were just basically Sunstrike snipes. Still, it's a team game, and he's gonna close to his whatever next item he wants to go for, possibly boots of travel or like a heal scepter. Oh,
pretty good, but not maybe next time. Hiding in the Sprout, there's no vision here for Polarity, and they're gonna see him now though. He comes back out of the trees. Spartan is away. Hex into TP.
Oh wow.
The double force sprint is like you were saying in the previous series. Invokers, if buggered off back to Fountain somewhere, his force sprint's busy getting a kill on a Night Stalker. What an ability all summons are. Oh, regardless.
Yeah, did get a diffusal. He didn't go for the more common, I would say, boots of travel build on the PL. He's going for a more teamfight oriented build. Possibly the game yesterday affecting the team's mindset for Polarity. You know, it's concentrate on the early mid game, guys.
Decent cooldown. Only going to land onto the Witch Doctor though. Nappa Ninja trying to burn through Skylark. Genya's still alive, but with the Nature's Wrath coming through, Nappa Ninja's still tracked up. He's going to burn himself away, hiding in the Sprout. But he's got no doppelganger for a second. They still managed to kill him off with Bug getting another kill to his name. 6, 2, and 3. 3,300 gold heen. Bug is just raking in the money.
Did you count how many track kills those were?
I can tell you track got cast twice, but I don't know how many died during track.
Not sure if Witch Doctor was tracked. I don't think he was. And then PL might have dispelled the track before he did.
PL dispelled one track, but I don't know if he got retracked.
Yeah, still, 2 kills like that are extremely good for AF. And Gyrocopter is slowly coming back into this game. He has a Helm of Dom and an Ogre Axe added to his inventory. Where last time I checked, and Pasha.
What's going on over there? He'll dodge past the tier 2. Wait for the Sunstrike, but Omnislash comes back through. Maybe next time Shuriken's him to death. Fade away and get invis low fast enough, but Spartan user bladed. Damage output from the impetus shot is going to secure the kill as well as the cast from Genya, helping the TP away. And Finem.
I said oh no for the bounty hunter because I know what he was trying to do. But then I saw the Omni Slash and I was like, oh poor bounty hunter. But I didn't realize Pasha was so low level. He's only level 11. Level 1 Omni Slash is so weak.
Needs a bunch of experience to get to that level 2 Omni Slash. Gyrocopter finishes off his Sanj, and have we seen what Invoker's bought yet? Money spent, he's got an Aghanim Scepter. Full Aghanim's done.
It's gonna make the team fights a lot easier. as opposed to like the Yule Scepter or the Boots of Travel, which is more about solo play.
Got the split push and controlling momentum of these creep waves over to the side.
I think
makes his Prophet go for Maelstrom and outstrip the farm of the Gyrocopter at this point. Nick Prophet is more of a right clicker than the Gyro is.
I think at Finem are thinking that as long as they secure the team fights, they are going to be completely fine in this game because of the bounty hunter tracks and like how much success they've been having.
Okay, Phobos finally goes for the level and enchant. He's got himself Dragon Lance drums. Can pump out a lot of damage while Lil on the Night Stalker's heading into an Ether then.
Oh, Pasha.
Oh, they get the Hex onto him. He's going to spin himself. Run away. Dubso and Spartan is looking for the Hex initiation. They'll catch him and Pasha. Oh, he felt he was safe farming the jungle. The Death Ward is dropped onto Spartan, but he's going to cancel this one out. The chase down with a spike. They've got him trapped in the trees as well. The damage on the Spartan though is going to take down the line, but he fingers the Night Stalker jumps before he drops. There's the cooldown onto his head. When the Deafening Blast will secure yet another. EK, Phobos, Virginia, they will escape, but Polarity ripped apart of the seams there by one movement in the Radiant Jungle, and at Finem, they'll look for a push onto the tier 2 now straight off the bat.
Yeah, just at Finem are feeling so comfortable. This is kind of the concern that we had during the draft, wasn't it? This Polarity's lineup, like we could see why they took PL, and like all the heroes have a purpose, but how they come together in the mid game is not as synergetic or as straightforward as at Finem's.
At Finem, it's like find someone, catch him, and kill him. Polarity's more sneaky beaky, like, you know, you go around, you look for a pick off in the jungle, you smoke, you get the Night Stalker scouting out, and then you want to push into towers. If you take Roshan, get these objectives with your Enchanter. Easy, and you know, we're looking at this Juggernaut and Omnislash, sure, it's a great skill, but without Battle Fury, you're dealing with Forge Spirits, you're dealing with Treants, there are just so many unnecessary targets out there that you're losing bounces on, basically.
Yeah, one of the biggest problems for Pasha is the Lion too. He basically can't get good Omni Slashes off because every time he has to he's so scared of the Hex, cast Omni Slash. Like it's not the best Omni Slash target or time, but rather cast Omni Slash rather than try to get the perfect Omni Slash and get Hex and die. And until he gets like a BKB or a Blink Dagger possibly, I don't really see Pasha getting good Omni Slashes. Oh, or maybe right now? I jinxed it!
Got him!
My finest work.
Tree. Some range.
Don't see this Observer Ward though. Not de-warding it at the very least. That's an Observer Ward. Must have seen it.
I mean, it's the Dire wards, but they're sending the Treants to de-ward.
I mean, this Radiant Observer Ward would have seen the obs being placed down, but bothered about de-warding it or anything like that. They're going to group up and look for a push with a smoke. This is the thing that I was kind of saying. They've got to go for these smoke plays, find a pick, and then go for a tower. The Ancients, they've already been done by the Gyrocopter. Wondering, Madara is far forward, but they're not going for this one. They're not biting on the bait.
They might find Thug, but he has a Blink Dagger. If he's quick on his fingers...
Hey, Thug, there's the urn. He's going to try and get himself away, but he's fast up and there's no way. Retrieve your life. Paying attention elsewhere.
Wasn't patient enough. I mean, like, the way the... everyone... What?
They just walked into the sentry here. Maybe next time, Kirk can bounce back and is killed by a neutral creep. Are you kidding me right now? That's not meant to happen.
Fortunate for Polarity, but still, it was a kind of a weird play, right? The Bounty Hunter died there earlier. He must have known. Like, he didn't get dusted, he just died to a solo Juggernaut, so... They should pretty much have known there was some kind of warding or a sentry there. They still walk it out. And besides, like, that ramp over there is not a good place to walk. It's so narrow. And after having seen Invoker just killed at the bottom lane, not sure what the reasoning was for trying to make an aggressive play into the jungle without the Invoker.
Gyrocopter, Madara, he's made great strides in catching up and overtaking everyone else. He's close to overlapping on that Thug Invoker as well with his net worth. Building into the BKB. Pretty good right now. Finem, they did get off a couple of times there, solo heroes, so they'll group up with their kill squad. Someone else, Skylark, and maybe next time they're already set up down at this bottom lane.
They're gonna run into Lil.
They're heading to the stun. That's a simple kill. This damage back from DK Phobos, scaring Madara a tiny amount there, but the blink back for maybe next time. Looking to keep the track flowing while it's
Skylark?
forward. Skylark wants to play aggressively with a cooldown, landing with the DK Phobos, jumps back on the other end. Nature's Prophet is down. Blinks away here. Thug is going to try and save the team with a tornado. He's got a meatball as well. He's going to drop it down onto the PL, but he's going to jump himself down towards the south. The Finger of Death will finally secure the kill. But Pasha wants to chase further on into this. He's trying to block it up, and the ice ball is down. He's going to spin in 3 seconds time. They're just even disabled, but the Manta back out of this one. Sunstrike on his head. No, he spins away. Gets himself further back.
Radiant's
I've been,
bottom tower is under attack.
That was some risky play there. Putting himself a little bit too far forward, but maybe next time he's not done. On going through this one, an Earth Spike lands on the DK Phobos. Thug not going to continue through this one because they know the Night Stalker's alive again. Darkness. How many bloody treants are there? The whole army of trees, they're here trying to block off the advance of Polarity. So, DK Phobos make it worthwhile, but at Finem they've already retreated and backed themselves away.
Kind of a weird exchange, but it was actually kind of lucky for Polarity that Skylark made such an aggressive TP. As soon as they saw that Pasha was able to get a really good Omni Slash, it solo killed the Furion Nature's Prophet on top of doing some considerable damage to Aura's Gyrocopter. So that was one of the better fights for Polarity. Have we mentioned that Lil went for the Aether Lens on Night Stalker? I don't think he's gonna prioritize going active after this game. He's more about scouting for the team and casting silence.
Increasing that range out.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, it's very uncommon to see an Aether Lens Night Stalker, but when you think about his ability to see in nighttime, that's gonna be like from receiving it. So you're gonna get silence out of vision. Pretty cool.
I don't know what hit you. Links up for Finem. How many do they have? 1, 2, 3. Some more. Get up to 4.
And another uncommon item on PL is BKB for Alpha Ninja.
Oh.
It's very unusual because it's kind of counterintuitive. One of the strengths of PL is that you can't really identify the damn real one, but with the BKB activated, it's kind of does the work for at Finem. It's like you're BKB'd, but at the same time you're letting them know of your actual whereabouts.
We always used to see the BKB Phantom Lancer like your 6th slot if you need to like end the game against some heavy magic dealers or controllers, and you're just like, right, I need this to push high ground. I don't really want to buy it, but I kind of have to. This is a very early. Not just time-wise, but also progression-wise, Diffuser Blade into BKB is quite unusual as well, not just the item in itself. And at Finem, they continue with their game plan, just push out side lanes, Aghanim is up on Skylark's Nature's Prophet, or Tug. Forge Spirit's going on the side lanes, and it's difficult for Polarity to try and deal with this, because like you mentioned, there's no BOTs on the Phantom that fight. He can't move from lane to lane and then rejoin his team at a moment's notice. They have to set up to stop the lanes pushing in. They do set up, it's really quite easy for Finem to be mobile and just switch lanes again. Aegis over on the Gyrocopter still. Sit mid farming without anyone sitting behind him.
Finem have some really dirty ways to control the map right now. Like, they have a Nature's Prophet who went Aghanim Scepter. That's gonna make it so frustrating for Polarity to push out the lanes, because so far Shadow Fury and the Juggernaut and PL not really the best at pushing out lanes, means they're always gonna be playing on their side of the map. And that means less Roche control, and you have an annoying bounty hunter who skipped the usual mech and just went for the Blink Dagger as to be more adept at scouting.
Just looking at the movement from Polarity, they kind of moved across as 5 to this side, and they moved back, and they're moving from lane to lane. Doesn't feel like they know what to do themselves. Maybe with this nighttime now up, Lil will look forward to getting a target, actually bringing them down. DK Phobos throws a couple of shots out with his spears, but maybe next time's up on the front line is looking for that track to give the vision across, but Scarlock still bottom lane down there. And we're going to see the movement again. Polarity are like, well, can't really run at them right now. They're going to move through their own jungle again.
Warriors of the woods.
Try and find this Nature's Prophet, but there's a ward here. There's vision. Perfect for AF. Actually just going to scout them out. And nighttime, real one. The darkness from the Night Stalker will finally hit. City was lost up at top lane though, and Polarity, they're just kind of been across this map without gaining anything. They're not farming, they're not fighting, doing anything whatsoever.
Yeah, it is kind of frustrating for Polarity because you have just so much global presence on Finem. I bet Pasha is kind of thinking he just wishes he had a Battle Fury right now, but that's only in hindsight. He probably would have had a much uglier early game had he not just gone for the Battle Fury. So, finally catch the bounty on her.
Pick up a gem, or is that just thrown out there? Tree here, so I guess they're chasing across with the dust or something like that, but Figure of Death on strike, the combination plays! Barton hid in the trees, waiting for him.
Guess that kind of cancels out the killing the bounty on her now. That it's down one. And this gyrocopter, I think he's because his teammates are doing such a good job of containing Polarity onto the Radiant side of the map. He wisely went the Helm of Dominator to be able to catch up because Madara didn't have the best of early games either, and he has 3k gold saved up. I'm interested to see what he builds up. I think it should be a butterfly. It's gonna be just so good against like everyone, like Impetus, Juggernaut obviously, and the PL too.
Yeah, he picked up the quarterstaff, so he's definitely going into that butterfly.
Oh, yeah, one hero we haven't talked too much about is Phobos, who's been quietly having a good game. He has like the max range setup right now, and later on, should he get like a Moon Shard, it would wreck Gyrocopter, but Gyrocopter with Butterfly is going to negate so much of that damage, and later on the Satanic will probably reset his HP.
The 5 minutes until the big man comes back up, and Finem be wanting that one. That's gonna be Roshan, and that's gonna be Aegis and Cheese for the third.
Yeah, it's gonna be the third.
Okay, and Gyrocopter are gonna be looking forward to that, but Polarity. But again, they've smoked up Apo. They get scouted out by the Force Spirits just here, and they're looking through this dark jungle for someone. Anyone. There is no one. Yeah, they're all behind their tier 2 mid, just making sure they have high ground advantage. They've got vision across, making sure they know exactly where Polarity are coming from. No.
Yep.
Just over in the jungle.
Look at those circles. They are pretty damn sure where they are. And you know, one of the things about for Polarity is their wave clear is not so good. Every time Finem, Suspect, Polarity are smoked, they can just spam the Nature's Prophet ult, and like even if Polarity finds someone, it's not gonna really lead objectives because the waves aren't pushed out.
All the
BKB complete for Invoker.
Nice.
At least Lil can get a careers.
Oh,
no.
Trees far away from danger. Lil was looking for the hunt onto Thug. He tried to catch him after the creep skip from the Invoker as he ran across through the jungle, but they couldn't quite find him. They've got no vision left in their own side of the map really here for the Radiant. It's onward aggressively into the dire jungle, but nothing else giving them any kind of vision. They've got to start aiming towards vision at the rocket as well. So the next fight's really going to break out. But we're also looking at Skylark, saying how DK Phobos is having a good game and is kind of been quietly farming, building up his items. So is this Nature's Prophet. 14k net worth, he slips behind the Juggernaut a little bit, but that's more to do with Pasha actually building himself up. Pull me on there with Aghanim Scepter. And it's just split pushing away, happy as Larry.
The Mjolnir is definitely going to help towards keeping up on the PL. Just put it on like probably the Gyrocopter. He's going to be in the center of fights and taking a lot of skills. I mean, have they fixed the tooltip on that? Because Mjolnir, it reflects like damage from skills too, like Ion Shell skills.
A long tooltip. I can't be bothered.
Yeah, same here.
Well, Phantom Lancer wants to pretend he's anti-mage now. Diffusal Blade and the Blink. He's going for a
Demonage.
Yeah, he knows the butterfly's coming out from Madra, so they kind of need it. Cause this.
Yeah. It's a small thing, but I feel like that was
Yell.
a sort of a mistake from Madara.
Yell. Could have been a close one. Top Spartan as well as Garlock, they were waiting for the jump in onto Alpha. Maybe next time just tracing him around. No gem just yet here from Polarity. They don't know where the bounty hunter is. They will now though jump himself away with the Blink Dagger.
Wow.
You little bastard. Back onto Lil as well, but finds them and Spartan, he's still hiding in the trees. The jump in, the finger of death for the Sunstrike. Hello there. Both taken out.
Yeah, you gotta be thinking as Polarity, what is the point of having Stalker on our team if we can't actually leave our base?
Illusion!
Going back to defend this. Pasha goes back for the Skadi. Well, not goes back for, but goes forward to the Skadi, I should really say. Gives him some good kiting capabilities for the Sunstrike. Do a massive amount of damage, and Slug will just blink himself away from the shots.
He should be fine. He has a, I guess, Ghost Walk and a BKB.
And Boots of Travel.
Yeah, second end insurance.
Madra's got
Yeah.
his butterfly done.
Yeah.
Time
I
for
feel
AF.
like they're gonna wait for the next Roche. Possibly, it's gonna be spawning pretty soon. And because they have such good map control, they can almost guarantee themselves a Roche. There's no reason to. They've been playing quite patiently until now. But yeah, the point I was making earlier was that Madara bought the evasion talisman pretty early and showed it. Gave a heads up to. Well, it's like Afro Ninja is like the last person I expected among the 3 cores on Polarity to buy the MKB. But yeah, gave a heads up. It was a likely choice, but it's not like you really need evasion of talisman to farm your own side of map, like Jungle and the Nations. Minor pet peeve of mine.
That's an interesting one. Well, maybe if the fight did break out, then...
Look at Lion, he's so excited, he's like...
Roshan's alive, guys! Come on, do it! Quickly, get ya!
Yeah, just look at the map. I mean, they're in no position to contest this for Polarity.
Three lanes across the river.
Very fast Roche.
Smoke out as well. Cheese on the Invoker, Aegis on the Gyro Cup. Polarity in for a world of hurt if any of their heroes are spotted outside of their base at this point, because that's been their number and they're looking to push forward very aggressively on this bottom lane. Look Glyph, of course, and well, high ground defense here from Polarity. It's not the best, is it now, Heen? The shot's probably one of the better skills here, but outside of that, they've got no real wave clear or anything.
Yeah? What?
Alpha wants to jump forward. EMP a burn, but maybe next time the shots are coming down. Ninja's all alone, just getting right click down and shredded. I'm not sure about that decision to jump yourself in because the scrap comes through. Sunstrike lands on the passion, turns around, wants to omni-slash, but he can't do it. There's no one left alive for Polarity here. He might just lie back and Phantom Lancer to defend your base with a deafening blast. Slug just kills off the Witch Dog straight off the freaking bat. And as Finem, that just felt like 3 kills handed to them. They're still a platter.
Yeah, exactly. I said one word, what? Because I wasn't disbelieving that Afro Ninja actually blinked in and used his dust or something like in an attempt to kill Bounty Hunter. Then he was forced to use BKB because he was Cyclone and he would have been hexed right away had he not activated BKB, and then at that point you're committed to a fight. The 10-second BKB, but sadly there is enough physical damage between the Gyrocopter Invoker and the Nature's Prophet to take down Afro Ninja. I mean, it could have been an honest mistake, like Afro Ninja actually didn't want to jump forward, because that's such an odd time to jump forward. Ad Venom is coming at you, and it's not like you have such a explosive lineup that you can catch Ad Venom off guard. That play ensured that they lost the racks there for Polarity.
So easy.
I mean, like, be optimistic. With Polarity, what I would tell my teammates is like, hey, we would have lost that Rax anyway. Just kind of sped up the game, you know.
Always the silver lining, huh? Well, the efficiency here from Finem, the mighty being swapped over from line to the Invoker, but they're going to look for DK Phobos. The hit just so long, but it's still going to be enough for the Sunstrike and the Meatball. DK Phobos actually not dead. Finish him. Spartan, Finger of Death was on cooldown. Now Polarity, they're the ones on the hunt, actually looking forward. Lion, Pasha, handing, blink back though, TP the Invoker and Spartan. Just gunning for him, but they're not going to chase this one down.
I mean, you notice like for the past 20 minutes or so, action has only been happening on the Radiant side of the map, and it comes at no cost to Finem. Like, should they fail and lose a hero here and there, it doesn't really impact the game too much. The cool thing is that they're able to do it with such low risk, like the Sunstrikes and Lion fingering with the, using his spells with Aether Lens from a long distance.
Now, Invoker has a full Octarine core with buyback still available. Ardra finishes off his Satanic. But no, they've just got items flowing in. Gold into the coffers, as easy as that.
Double damage on this gyrocopter. I think this is gonna be an unexpected change of plans for Finem. They're just gonna go straight at it. They might have gone anyway, but with the DD, they're pretty sure of themselves. Without a glitch, holy crap.
Yeah, good fight, Tower.
Yeah.
Well, Ninja tries to jump one in. Mara still holds on to Aegis, BKB, Satanic Spartan looking for the Hex and Impale. Caught up on India, but they can't continue on those. They can! Easter Lens range on now, but it looks like backload Mara is going to get taken down low, but it's not enough damage. Pasha, he's going to try and turn a fight. This one Satanic brings it back up to full HP again. And Thug, he's just 1v3 in the back line. DK Forwards run past the tier 3 up on the top of Sunstrike lands on Pasha and Gigi's gold. It's all over. Game number 1 goes the way of Finem.
I think Finem played really well this game. They were very patient and they understood their lineup pretty well. Whereas Polarity, they had their own way of dealing, or plan to deal with Finem's lineup, and it was kind of lane centric. Could have won, but again, like the lack of wave clear, and if you're gonna be stuck on your side of the map the whole game against this lineup with a crazy map presence,